This is going to be a short video. I want to show you the room, and I want you see the kayaks on the wall. You see the kayak over here. If you see the video game or the basketball game and the 4 pool tables, when we organize this room, we organize it in such a way that it had a big feel to it. It had a drop ceiling in it, which was 10 feet high, which is just a little bit higher than the ceiling right by my head. Um, But by keeping a drop ceiling, what we eventually were doing was we were stifling the space, and it was almost claustrophobic. Even though it's long, it's narrow. It's a long, narrow room, and of course it's a horseshoe. So you go around this brick wall, and on the other side is the same layout essentially. We wanted young people to feel free in this open space, and so we got rid of the drop ceiling. Now that meant we couldn't hide the ductwork for the furnace anymore. So in the state, because when we renovated this space, we changed the use, and so we had to bring it up to new code. So we had to bring it up to 2011 code. And there was a huge fire on the East Coast. You might remember that about 20 years ago, 25 years ago now. And fire codes changed across the nation because people were trapped in a small bar with one exit, and many people died. A pyrotechnic started a fire from a band, and many people lost their life in that. Some were stampeded, but most of them just died from inhalation from smoke and just the chemicals that were released when plastic was burning in that space. So when we had an engineer, and by law we had to have an engineer draw up plans because we changed the use of this building, we had to change everything you see here. And so with volunteers, we started working on it. And then we realized, wow, that's actually a blessing because we can create a space that teenagers will actually appreciate. At least we anticipated that they would. And so we got rid of the drop ceiling, and we had to put this new furnace system in anyways, and so we put in exposed ductwork. Now I realize if you're starting small, you don't want to even think about that. Just plan on having something they want to do. And if they're kids who love chess and games like that, just have chess boards out. If they're kids who want to play pool, start with one pool table and make it free. Make it easy to access and easy to play. Foosball might be big in your area. It used to be huge here. Now our foosball table gets almost no play during the weekends. So we're considering getting rid of that, or at least moving out of the way for now and putting another game in. We're hoping to get a couple more long table games like tabletop shuffleboard and skee ball, which kids really enjoy. Those games are several $1,000s. And so to be able to get those games, we have to do some fundraising. I'm expressing this because when you begin your teen center, begin it in such a way that the feeling when a young person walks in is inviting, is safe, and it's a place they want to come back to. I remember very well at our previous location, we had the same areas, very high ceiling, but it was much more an industrial look. It didn't have any historic structure or look to it. It looked very industrial. But the girl who walked in, the teenage girl, she walked in and she looked around. I never forget her word. She says, "I love this place." And had a huge smile on her face, and she continued walking. And I thought, wow, I've never thought about, do teens think that about our location? And now I think about that all the time because someone expressed it. So that's my way of expressing to you that, do teens, will they walk into your place? Not necessarily because of the way it looks, but because of how they feel when they're there, that I love this place. I hope that's an encouragement to be creative in making a safe space that young people will feel safe in, but also that they will enjoy being there. Maybe it's the aesthetics, maybe it's the people, it's always the people. Maybe it's also partly the people, but also partly just the game structure, what you offer for them that makes them feel like, you know me, you get me. I hope to see you in the next video.